host will let you in soon. What's Real podcast with Anthony Hamilton. Yes.
That's for the real verification. Terry Moore and Tang. And I was the only person that was living there, and I paid $17.5.
Recording in progress.
Here we go. Can y'all guys hear me? What's real?
What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much. It's been a hectic time trying to, get here to this location and talk to you today. But it's a blessing to be here.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
We're going to jump right into it because we're just a little behind time. I'm Tang baby from What's Real podcast, where each week I sit down and talk to some of the realest people on the planet. And it just had been my pleasure to be able to interview you today and sit down and chop it up about the new album, because I listened to a little snippet of it last night. I definitely enjoyed the vibe. But I said, when I interview Anthony Hamilton, I don't just want to talk about the album. I want to really get to know him. You know what I mean? Because in 1996, when you were doing music, I was just 6 years old. You know what I mean? But I was influenced young with music because my mother was a singer. So with that being said, man, we take it all the way back. I just wanted to bring up the fact that your transitions through music has been just victorious, with you just starting off, coming up with an album, it not necessarily taking off, and then in the early 2000s, boom, you going by storm. Tell me how that transition feels like, to go through so many transitions.
The first time, I got signed up to NCA in 93, and I was like, okay, this is my dream label. This is magic, Lord. I'm on a label with Jodeci. And, that was a big deal for me. So I was, super excited about that. And the fact that it didn't pan out, it didn't knock all the wind out of me. It kind of stunned me for a second. But as it happened 3 or 4, 4 more times with different labels, it became, to take a toll on me. And for a minute, I was just like, you know what? Forget it. But then I'm quickly over that. It can let you down.
Right.
It can bring you down a little bit.
The perseverance, though, man.
Yeah,
can you think, all right, this is my start, this is how I'm going to do it, let you down, but then to keep going and say, if I would have just gave up just 2 seconds ago, this wouldn't even had transitioned the way it did. Now, in that transitioning stage, how do you, what am I trying to say? How do you maintain that momentum to be okay, it's not working, but I'm going to fight through it anyway? Because there's people right now who's planted a seed probably 3-4 years ago, and it still ain't really grew yet. You know what I mean? But it's in a process, and they can't really see it. What message would you have for them?
I've been there too. You grind and you put in all this work, and you don't really see the fruits of your labor right away. But then I felt like God would always give me little signs. I got the feature. I did something on Busta Rhymes way years ago, and then I got another writing feature on Donnell Jones. Just little things like that. I got a background gig in the studio, just working with different people. There was always a little light that he allowed to shine through, and I would just tell him just to keep at it. Your work is not in vain, and eventually you're gonna see the fruit of your labor. Stay in it.
Hey,
be ready. Things are working out that you don't see, and so when it gets there, you need to be ready.
You need to be ready, man. Yes, that's for sure. And that's what I said. In 2000, it just hit. You did something with Darnell Jones, and you went on tour. You was with a group too in Charlotte. You went back home and did was that an independent thing before you actually now is fully independent? Did you try to do your own individual independent thing when you went back to Charlotte and you were messing with the Soul Life? I think it was.
Not back then.
Okay.
Yeah, Soul Life. they were signed through. Soul Life was signed through Atlantic Records.
Okay.
So that was another situation through a major. But yeah, I went back home, regrouped, and they came back and looked for me.
Yeah.
That those deals had worked out. So while Sunshine Anderson was taking off and doing her superstar thing,
Right.
having a hit record, it was just getting me ready, gearing me up.
Yeah. For initial takeoff, man. Hey, listen, everybody, I said, I'm gonna interview Anthony Hamilton. They said, oh my God, this is big. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorites. He's one of my greats. I heard so many songs. I heard so many people tell him this, tell him that. So what I want to just muster up through all that is like, man, you are very loved out here. There is so much respect behind your name, behind what you stand for. And like, I'm just happy. Once again, I'm just happy to be honored to have you on my screen right now. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. No problem.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, moving forward, now you came back, what was that? 2016, you came back with 2020 with a single. That single gonna be on the new album, correct? Let me make sure I got my facts right.
No, I didn't actually. It came out back together.
Okay.
So I decided not to put it on the album. I felt like it leaked out a little early, and at that time people were in a different space when it came out. So I just
Right.
said, you know what? I just do fresh news stuff, but I'll probably perform it on some of the shows.
Right.
Stream it, listen to it. It's a great record featuring Rick James.
Man, that right there, I'm telling you, you got classic music that'll never run out. I don't care what time of day it is. It could be morning, noon, or night, man. Your music is timeless, and you just keep blessing us with it. We got the new album coming out, The Love is New Black. I seen a post today of all the black couples, just the ownership of that. That felt so good to keep, all day just posting, and I'm like, man, to see black love, they're not displaying a lot of black love nowadays. So for that to be like the highlight of this album, man, it's beautiful. Tell me where the inspiration came from.
Just desiring black love, desiring to see healthy black love, and to showcase that on a platform as big as what I have. I think it's absolutely, it's absolutely my duty and privilege to be able to do that. And I think our kids need to see it. The world needs to see it, because it's actually something that happened. Like, there are great relationships in the black community and black households that are strong and progressive, and just really solid black love.
Right.
Families with the father and the mother both there, and the kids,
Yeah, the healthy way. Right. I totally agree with me having children and their father being a participant in the home, and him being able to watch them grow daily, and them having individual questions of their own, that maybe I can't answer from a woman's standpoint, but from a man's point of view, so I definitely, that's what when I seen those posts this morning, it just reminded me all just growing up and, having them uncles and having your granddad and, you know what I'm saying? The family, the man is the leader, and we just, not saying that we're missing a lot of that, but we just need to bring it back. And you took the lead, and I'm just so excited for the Love is the New Black. Everybody needs to go stream that immediately. So it drops tomorrow. How do you feel about that? What's the reactions that you've been getting from it?
It's been a really strong reaction. People are really excited about it. Anticipation of something new from me. It's been a long time. People are like, oh my God, I don't even, what's on it? What you got on there? Who on that? So they want to know all that. But you can find out tomorrow, definitely, because it's coming out. Rain, sleet, or snow.
Right. Listen, taking it back just a little bit, man. I seen that you work with people like Tupac, and that right there and alone was, what was the energy like and I don't mean to just take it back so far to bring it back, but I'm just saying, like, you work with so many great people, not even necessarily here today, man. What just give me a little piece so I could take home with it. What was that like, you know, coming up, working with individuals that still have that influence in music today?
You know, it's always an honor to work with someone like a Tupac or, you know, whether they had been Biggie or whoever, who had a body of work that stood for something, that created a lane in music that represented something so strong. For Pac, it was more about, you know, speaking up on politics.
Right.
And the environment that he grew up in and some of us grew up in. And painting pictures for people that, you know, some dare to do. Being a part of his career, his legacy, you know, something that'll outlive me, and my kids will be able to celebrate it. So, you know, it's always a beautiful feeling. It's a feeling of gratitude. Working with Al Green and so many people.
So many people, man.
So, yeah, I've had a nice run, and it's just starting to get good.
That's real. We're going to go to, how does it feel being independent now? You know, you work with, you know, major labels. What made you want to just branch off and say, you know what, hey, listen, I'm just going to do this thing with me?
You know, just, you know, you come to a place in your life, and as a man, as a businessman, you want to see a return on your investment. You want to, because I've invested a lot of years into this music thing,
right.
And I wanted to see a bigger return in my investment, have more control and more ownership, something that's mine, and you know, setting an example for my family, my kids, to see that, hey, you can run your own company, be your own boss, hire people, and you can do it your way and still be successful, because everyone started from the beginning of whatever it was that they tried to birth.
Right.
But yeah, so it's really, really good. I feel more empowered. The fact that I can sign artists, the fact that I can, you know, have the last say and create an avenue for some young talent to come through.
Hey, man, that is a blessing. May God continue to bless everything you touch, to bless all your words, to just overall, you know, carry you out through this journey of just leadership. It is an honor to see this in the year of 2021. Somebody taking the lead in such great statitude of yourself. And once again, I'm excited, man. We had Anthony Hamilton live. So time is extended. I know you got other interviews lined up. I'm kind of lapsed on time, so we, you know, clutching in convo. But I wanted to just extend my appreciation once again to your team. I wanted to extend my appreciation out to Leslie Toss PR firm for making this possible for me to be able to talk to you. And overall, just thanking my team. I got a team behind me who's supporting me. Shout out to the What's Real podcast, Anthony Hamilton. Whenever you want an interview with some real topic conversation, you can look up What's Real on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, music, the whole nine. Listen, I'm going to let you get out of here, but this is What's Real, y'all. I appreciate you.
Follow me on Anthony Hamilton official.
All right, no doubt. We got that. Continue to be blessed, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
No doubt.